Hello dear students, welcome back to another video tutorial that is part 2 of Computerized Accounting with GST. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn Tally ERP 9. As I told you earlier, you have to download the Tally software from tallysolutions.com. Remember, we are going to learn education version of Tally ERP 9. Once you download and install the software, you will come across the shortcut bar or the icon on your desktop. In this video, we are going to learn creation of company, then creation of ledger and creation of various types of voucher using Tally ERP 9. After completing all these steps, we are going to get ready-made reports. So now let's begin with Tally interface.
Now let's see how to assign groups to ledger accounts in Tally. This is trading account. You can see this is the pro forma of trading account. Here debit side is given and here credit side is given. Opening stock, we are going to consider opening stock under stock in hand group, and the second one, that is purchases, we are going to consider this under purchases group. So these two factors are important in trading account. Secondly, the thing which is after purchases, that is the expenses related to production or related to raw material. For example, carriage inward, freight or dock charges. Such type of expenses can be considered under direct expenses. So whenever such type of ledger account is there, say for example factory rent or factory insurance, then we are going to assign direct expenses group to it. Let's see the credit side of trading account. First one is sales. Obviously we are going to give sales as a group because it is already created in Tally. And the next one, that is closing stock. As we have given the group to opening stock, that is stock in hand, the same we are going to give to this closing stock, and the rest are under direct income. The next part, profit and loss account. This is the pro forma of profit and loss account. It is very easy and simple to understand that whatever expenses we are writing on the debit side of profit and loss account are to be considered under indirect expenses, because these expenses are not directly related to production or raw material. So we are going to consider all these expenses, say for example salaries, rent, insurance, then some audit fees or entertainment expenses, repair charges or interest paid on loan. All these expenses are not directly related to production, manufacturing or raw material. So all those expenses are considered under indirect expenses. You have to remember that whatever comes under profit and loss account debit side, those ledgers are going to have indirect expenses as the group. And secondly, the ledger account which are to the credit side of profit and loss account are to be considered under indirect income. Say for example, here you can see commission received or discount received, interest received. These are all income but not directly related to production or raw material or sell or purchase. So these are the income but in indirect format. We are going to give indirect income as a group to all these ledger accounts. This is the summary. Here we can see that opening stock can be considered under stock in hand, then purchases group, cartridge, freight, everything. After this direct expenses, then here sales account and other charges, direct income, and closing stock in hand. The rest, that is profit and loss account debit side, will be considered under indirect expenses, and profit and loss account credit side will be considered under indirect income. Say for example interest on deposit or commission received, etc. Let's see the next part, that is balance sheet. This is the important report. So this is the liability side and this is asset side. So the capital account, the share capital and drawings are to be given as capital account as a group, and other liabilities, say for example secured loan, unsecured loan, are to be considered. Loan liability is the group in Tally. So we are going to give loan liability as a group for secured loan and unsecured loan. So whenever there is a ledger account, say for example duties and taxes or provisions, so those ledger accounts will be considered as current liabilities as a group. So whenever there is a sundry creditor account, then it is also considered under current liability as a main group, and there is a subgroup called as sundry creditor. So whenever we are selecting the group to the creditor, we are going to select sundry creditor as a group, but the main group is going to be current liabilities. The assets which are used for more than 1 year, for example car, furniture, machinery, are to be considered under fixed assets, and other assets, say for example closing stock or deposit, loans and advances, sundry debtor. Here also, just like sundry creditor, for the person who is our debtor, we are going to give group as sundry debtor, but the main group is going to be current asset. While selecting the group from the list, we are going to select sundry debtor, but the main group is going to be current asset. Then cash in hand, petty cash, which is already created by Tally. So the current asset is the main group for this cash in hand. Also for bank account, bank group is going to be there, but the main group is going to be current asset. And other current assets, say for example prepaid expenses, and here also other current liabilities, that is outstanding expenses, are considered under current liabilities, and prepaid expenses which are already given in advance considered under current assets. It may confuse you right now, but I am sure when we will see the example and we will create one by one ledgers, then you will understand the group concept more clearly. Let us understand this with the help of problem. Once you install the software, you will come across the icon on your desktop. You can double click on this icon, or from the start menu you can select Tally and you can open the software from here also. Right now I am double clicking on the icon and the Tally software is now open. When the software is open, you will come across this startup menu. From this startup menu, we are going to select work in education. Remember, we don't have license copy of Tally software. We are going to use work in education mode, which is provided by Tally for education purpose. Here they have mentioned that the educational mode allows you to learn and use Tally ERP9 without buying a license. You can work on data on your computer with some restrictions. For example, you will not be able to enter the transactions for all days in a month. So this is the restriction with this work in education mode. As a part of syllabus, we are going to study Tally ERP9 under this work in education mode. So I am double clicking on this work in education mode option. Once you double click on this, then you will come across this company info menu. From this company info menu, there are various options available. For example, select company, login as remote user, create company, backup, restore and quit. One thing you have to remember that in Tally, 4 keys are most important keys. First one is enter key to go inside the menu. Second one is escape key to come out of particular menu, and up and down arrow key from the keyboard to move up and down on the menu screen. So here, by using down arrow key, I am going to select create company option because I want to create a new company. So I am selecting here create company option. After selecting this option, I am pressing enter key and the screen appears here as company creation screen. Here you can see I have to give all these details so that once my company is created, then and then only it is possible for me to create further ledgers and to pass the voucher entries. So first of all, we will create a company with the help of Tally through this company creation screen. What we will do is we will open the textbook from IT Commerce textbook, page number 51. There is a problem given, that is the practical application of computerized accounting software. Case study problem is given. We will solve this problem so that you will get a feel how to create company and related data using Tally. So first thing is that use the following details and create Messrs Saraswati Trading Company. So I am going to use these company details and I am going to create this company with all these details. So first of all, the name of the company, that is Messrs Saraswati Trading Company. I will go to my Tally screen and I will type here name of the company as Messrs Saraswati Trading Company. After pressing enter key, the screen will take me to the mailing name. Here the mailing name can be same or you can change the mailing name. Then the next field is address. Let me check the address. The address is 512 Shaniwar Pet, Navkar Building, Pune. So I will type the same address here. After pressing enter key, it will take me to country field. Here the list of countries given. I am selecting India, which is default, and I will press M for state. Once I press M, the state names starting with M will appear here and I will select Maharashtra state and the pin code which is mentioned 411030. First I will type the email address info@saraswati.com, then the website, that is www.saraswatitrading.com. Once I entered all these basic details, then it will take me to financial year begins from. We will check with the problem. The financial year is 1/4/2019 and books begin from is also 1/4/2019. So I will type here the date as 1/4/2019 and then the books beginning from will automatically appear. Here if you wish you can give password, but right now I am not going to give any password. The base currency symbol by default is rupees, Indian rupees. I am going to keep it as it is, and the decimal places with 2 numbers and the decimal value is going to be paise. So Tally is asking me to accept whether the information is correct or not. If you want to change anything from this screen, then you simply press N and it will allow you to make changes in the information which you have filled. But right now I don't want to change anything. I am just pressing enter key and I am accepting everything whatever I have typed. Then I will accept this screen also either by pressing Y key or by pressing enter key. So this is how my company is created. You can see here Messrs Saraswati Trading Company and no vouchers entered. Current period is given and the current date, that is the first transaction. It is expected that the first transaction will appear from 1st April 2019. Here you can see the button palette is activated. From here we are going to see all the other details. Now let's go back to the problem. This is the problem. We have created the company, but one thing is remaining, that is to select this maintain accounts only. I will go to the Tally interface again. To change the maintain type, we have to press F11, or you can directly press this button F11, that is company features, and we are selecting accounting features from here, and you can see the accounting feature screen appears where maintain accounts only is no. Now I have to change this to yes. You can go on pressing enter key to accept everything, or just you can press Ctrl A to accept everything and come out of the menu. Now let's see the next part. With the help of any accounting software, pass the following transactions in the appropriate vouchers to print reports such as trial balance, profit and loss account, balance sheet and daybook. So the transactions are given here, dated 1st January 2020 and 2nd January 2020. We will read first transaction. 1st January 2020, Mrs. Saroj started business with cash 1,57,000. It clearly indicates that the business has been started with the capital in the form of cash, and the proprietor's name is Mrs. Saroj. So the normal journal entry is going to be cash account debit to Mrs. Saroj's capital. To pass this entry in Tally, we need first is cash account and second is Mrs. Saroj's capital. If I scroll down in the textbook, here you can see the analysis of the transactions is given. Under this analysis, you can see that on 1st January, entry is cash account debit to capital account. So cash account debit and capital account credit. That means I have to create these two ledger accounts under Tally software. So we will go again to Tally software and the gateway of Tally screen, where I am going to select accounts info from master menu. I am going to select accounts info. From this accounts info, I am going to select ledgers, and from this ledger there are three options: create, display and alter. I am going to select create option because I want to create the ledger. But before that, let's see what is there under display option. These two ledger accounts are being created by Tally for me. Whenever you create any company, any new company, Tally will provide you these two ledger accounts ready-made. So you need not have to create cash account and profit and loss account. So in my problem, the entry I want to pass is cash account debit to Mrs. Saroj's capital account. So this ledger account is already being created for me by Tally. So I have to create just this capital account. I am coming out from this menu by pressing escape key. Please remember, escape key, enter key and arrow keys are important keys. I am selecting create ledger, and here I will type Mrs. Saroj's capital. Once I type the name of the ledger, then it asks me for alias. Alias is nothing but alternate name or short name. You can give short name if you want. Here I am not giving any short name. Then the most important part, that is selection of correct group. In Tally, it is very important that every ledger account should have appropriate group. Here Saroj's capital account, so the group, as the name suggests, should be capital account. Here you can see list of groups. So these are the ready-made groups provided by Tally. Tally provides you 28 ready-made groups, 15 primary groups and 13 subgroups. Just selecting everything and no opening balance as we are going to pass the transaction. So here also I am not going to put any opening balance and just press Y or enter key to accept this. So this is how my first ledger account is being created. Now to come out of this creation screen, I am pressing escape key and let's see whether my ledger account is created or not. So I am going to display option and here you can see that third ledger account is there which I have created right now, that is Mrs. Saroj Capital. So I will open this and you can see the ledger account is perfectly created. Now I cannot make any change in this right now. Why? Because I am in display mode. Here you can see that ledger display. So right now I am in display mode. So in display mode you can just view the ledger but you cannot make any change in it. If I want to make some changes in it, suppose I want to give dot after this Mrs. So I have to go to alter mode. I am pressing escape key and coming out from this screen. Again I am coming out from this screen as well, and then I am selecting from this ledger, single ledger, I am selecting this alter option. And under this alter option I am again opening Saroj Capital account. Now here you can see that the cursor can blink and you can make changes. I have changed the name. I have just put Mrs. then dot and then Saroj Capital account. You can go on pressing enter or you can just simply press Ctrl A to accept this. Now here you can see the three ledger accounts are perfectly created. Suppose you want to delete this ledger account, then also you have to be in alter mode. From gateway of Tally, from accounts info, you have to select these ledgers, and from these ledgers you have to select alter mode. From this alter mode I am selecting this Saroj Capital account, and if I want to delete this ledger, there is a delete key available here. You can directly press this delete option and Tally will ask you whether you want to delete it, yes or no. If you press yes, then this ledger account will get deleted. Right now I am pressing no. I hope you must have understood the purpose of these three options. Create is to create a new ledger. Display is to see the list of ledgers which are being created. Alter is to see the list, then to make changes and to delete. So this is how we have seen how to create a ledger in Tally. Here in the problem, analysis of transaction, first transaction is on 1st January, cash account debit to capital account. So we are going to pass this entry, journal entry, in a voucher, and the voucher type is also mentioned as receipt. I have told you in my earlier video that whenever cash is coming in the business from the supplier or in the form of capital or in the form of sale of assets, anything, then that has to be treated as receipt in Tally. So here also the business is being started with the capital, so the entry is under receipt voucher. So let's go to the Tally interface. For passing this voucher entry from gateway of Tally, from transactions menu, you have to select this accounting voucher. So I am selecting this accounting voucher, and here I am under the screen receipt. Now first thing you have to do is you have to go to company configuration, and from that company configuration you have to change the setting. For by default the configuration is set to single entry mode. Here you can see that use single entry mode, it is yes. You have to make it to no. That means we want double entry because we are dealing with double entry bookkeeping system. So we are going to change this option from yes to no. Without fail we are going to do this, and we have to do it only once. Once you make it as use single entry system no, then you don't have to make the changes again and again. Also the fifth option, that is use debit credit instead of to and by, here also yes is given. Here also I am changing this to no. That is, I want the transactions to be done under to and by. That is cash account debit to capital account. Use debit credit instead of to by. Here also I am changing no. So the entry is going to be under to by system. So you can press enter key or simply Control A to accept. Now here you can see that to by format is there, and the entry is cash account debit to capital account. Under this receipt voucher type, the method is you have to select the credited account first. In this transaction, Saroj's capital is being credited. So here you can see 2 is at first position. So I am selecting here. Here the list of ledger appears. This ledger I have created, so it is here. I am just selecting that ledger, and the amount 1,57,000, and then by cash is already there. This is what is being created by Tally for me. So I am again selecting that cash, and the debit balance to cash is 1,57,000. One thing I forgot to tell you, that you have to change the date. To change the date you have to press F2, or here simply you can click and you can make changes in the date. I want 1st January 2020. So you can see here the date is being changed now to 1st January 2020, Wednesday. And here I am in narration screen. I will type being business started with cash as a capital, and you can simply accept this by pressing A or by pressing enter key. So this is how my one voucher entry is being done. Now here you can see receipt number 2. So I have created first voucher. Now let's see the second transaction from the problem. The date is same. Cash is deposited into Canara Bank, 50,000. The two ledger accounts are going to be, one is cash and another is Canara Bank. So cash ledger account is already created by Tally, and we are going to create this Canara Bank account. Let's create this account. From this gateway of Tally, accounts info, ledgers, and create Canara Bank account. And here for selecting correct group, you can see here bank account group is there. So I am selecting bank account group. You can give account number. Branch is Shaniwarpet because the company is located over there. So Shaniwarpet branch. So I have successfully created this Canara Bank account under the group bank account. You can see into bracket current asset. This is the main group current asset, and bank account is the subgroup. I will press Y key to accept this. Now we have to pass this entry. The entry is cash deposited into bank. So we have seen whenever cash is deposited into bank or cash is withdrawn from the bank, then that entry is of which nature? Contra nature. So we are going to pass this entry under contra voucher. Gateway of tally screen. From there, accounting voucher. Here select contra voucher and the entry is Canara Bank account debit to cash. So 2 is here first. So I will select cash 50,000 and then by Canara Bank 50,000. You can give the narration that being cash deposited into bank. Accept the entry by pressing Y. So we have created the second entry also successfully. If you want to see the entries, you have to go to display and then daybook. Here you can see the entries 1st January 2020, 2 voucher entries, contra and receipt. Paid office rent by check. We will assume that the check is of Canara Bank check because in the earlier transaction it is mentioned that cash deposited into Canara Bank. So what is going to be the journal entry for this? Office rent account debit to Canara Bank account, correct? And as I told you earlier, whenever cash is going out of the business, it is in the form of check, but ultimately from bank cash is being withdrawn as a office rent. So it is going to be under which voucher type? Payment voucher type. From transactions, I will select accounting voucher and payment screen is here. You can see payment screen. The entry is office rent account debit. Oh my god, I haven't created office rent account. Ledger account I haven't created. So what to do? One way is I can quit from this screen and I will go to the screen to create ledger account, or the shortcut you can use here by pressing Alt C. I repeat, the shortcut key combination is Alt and C. When I press Alt C, Tally took me to ledger creation screen. Now here I will create office rent as a ledger account. Office rent is the thing which I am giving, that is, it is my expenditure. So we are going to select group as expenditure, but it is in the nature of indirect expenses. So I have selected here indirect expenses from the group list. I am just pressing enter key to accept this. Now you can see here office rent account appears and the amount is 15,000. So I will type here 15,000 and then I will press enter key. 2. I have to select Canara Bank, which is the first ledger account. I will just press enter key and the amount will come automatically. By check, so you can mention here the check number, the installment number or the other details, right? Here I will write the narration and I will accept this entry, and this entry is successfully completed. Now to see my voucher entries, I am escaping from this screen, that is I am pressing escape key, again escape key, and you have to go to display, correct? And then from display you have to select daybook. You have to select this option, that is daybook, and here you can see all the entries. Date wise entries can be seen or day wise entries can be seen under this daybook. If you want, you can make change in it by opening this entry from this screen, right? So we have completed 3 voucher entries. Now here we are not going to say journal entries, these are the voucher entries. So we have completed 3 voucher entries successfully. The next transaction is purchased goods from Sumit Steel Works on credit, and the entry is going to be purchases account debit to Sumit Steel Works. I'll go to voucher entry screen and I will go here. Here you can see now contra voucher is there. One thing you have to take care that which voucher creation screen is open, you have to see it carefully and you have to select the appropriate voucher from this button palette, or you can directly press this function key from the keyboard. Now here I am selecting purchase voucher. So here is my purchase voucher screen. I will say voucher number 1. Then date of the voucher, date is given as 2nd January. So I will say here 2nd January 2020. Entry is purchases account debit to Sumit Steels. Now I have not created purchases account and I have not created Sumit Steels also. So what I have to do? Yes, which two keys I am going to press? Alt key and C from the keyboard. So I am pressing Alt and C and I am here for under the screen creation of ledger. I will create the ledger purchases. Now whenever there is purchases or sales account, then the group is going to be purchases and sales. Secondly, I have to create the account that is Sumit Steel Works. So I will again go to ledger creation by pressing Alt C and I will type here the name of the company. Now here I want you to think over for a minute. The transaction is purchase goods from Sumit Steel. So Sumit Steel Works is our debtor or creditor? Sumit Steel Works is our sundry creditor because we have purchased something from Sumit Steel and we have to pay him or pay to the company some amount. So it is our liability. So it is our current liability. So current liability means sundry creditor. So Sumit Steel Work is my creditor. So after pressing enter key, here the list of groups appears. I will select here sundry creditors and then without putting anything, if you want you can just put the address here, any vague address, and then I will just press enter key and I will accept this. So my 2 ledger accounts which are required for this transaction are being created. One is Sumit Steel and another is purchases. So you can see here Sumit Steel because here 2 is first. In purchases 2 is first and then I am going to say buy. So I will put the amount as 10,000 and buy purchases account 10,000. The entry is purchases account debit to Sumit Steel. You can see purchases account is being debited by 10,000 and Sumit Steel is being credited by 10,000 because I owe the money to Sumit Steel. So Sumit Steel is my sundry creditor. And you can type the narration here and accept this. Display and then day book. Here you can see now only one entry appears. Oh my god, where are my other entries? Have they disappeared? No, they have not. The current date is what? You can see 2nd January. So you will see the entries related to 2nd January only. What you have to do? You have to select the period from here. The period you want to see is from 1st January 2020 to 2nd January 2020. So now the voucher entries for first and second date will get displayed. Earlier it was just for one date, that is 2nd January, and now you can see the earlier 3 voucher entries of dated 1st January. So this is how my day book looks like. Now let's see the next transaction. On sold goods to Ritu on cash for rupees 12,500. So the entry is going to be cash account debit to sales, isn't it? Cash account debit to sales, because sold goods to Ritu on cash. So entry is going to be cash account debit to sales. As I told you, whenever there is purchase account or sales account involved in the entry, that voucher is going to be either purchase or sales. Here in this transaction, the sales account is involved, that is cash account debit to sales. So the voucher type is going to be sales voucher, and you can see the sales screen appears. I will say reference code number 1. The date I want is 2nd January, so the date is perfect. Now I want the entry to pass as cash account debit to sales. So I will first select cash account, which is already created. You just press enter key. The amount is 12,500, and then the second account is sales account, but it is not being created. So what to do? Alt key plus C. Sales account. And as I told you earlier, that the purchases ledger and sales ledger, they both are going to have purchase as a group and sales as a group. So I will just press S from the keyboard, and you can see here sales account is there. So I am selecting this sales account, and it is done. I am accepting this, and the amount appears automatically. I am accepting this entry by pressing Y. My sales entry is completed. The next transaction is purchased furniture for office use. A set is being purchased, correct? So the entry is going to be furniture account debit to cash, correct? The entry is going to be furniture account debit to cash, and here payment voucher is open. So the entry is going to be furniture account debit to cash, but I have not created furniture account, so I will press Alt C and I will create furniture account. Now furniture is being treated as fixed asset, correct? So I am going to select fixed asset group from here. So I am selecting this fixed asset, and I am just pressing enter key to accept everything. The amount is 25,000 to cash 25,000, and the narration and the entry is completed. Now I will show you in the textbook there is one printing mistake, that here they have mentioned that the entry should be passed under purchases voucher. It should not be like this. It should be payment voucher, because cash is going out of the business and there is no any purchase account involved. The next and the last entry is depreciation on furniture, rupees 2,500. So depreciation on furniture, the entry is going to be depreciation on furniture account debit to furniture account. We will go to tally screen, and I have to create depreciation on furniture account. I will just quit from here. I will go to accounts info, ledgers, and create. I will create depreciation on furniture, and the depreciation on furniture, it is also indirect expenses. So I am going to select indirect expenses as a group, indirect expenses, and I am just pressing enter key. furniture account is already there, so I am quitting this screen by pressing escape key, and I will go to accounting voucher. Now you have to remember that whenever there is adjustment entries or depreciation entries, the entry has to be passed under which voucher type? Journal voucher type, F7 journal voucher. So I am selecting this journal voucher, and the entry is going to be depreciation account debit or depreciation on furniture account debit to furniture. So I am selecting from the list of ledgers depreciation on furniture 2500 and to furniture account. Here you can see furniture account is there. So now ultimately my furniture account has been debited. You can see the balance, it is being reduced. Earlier it was 25,000 because I have purchased furniture of 25,000, but due to depreciation the amount is deducted from the furniture 2500, and now the current balance is, you can see here, 22,500, and I will accept this. With this we have finished all the entries, all the transactions. Total there were 7 transactions. Let's see in my display day book. I will quit from this gateway of tally, display day book, and here only second date transactions are being shown. I will change the period from here. You can see, you can press Alt F2 or you can simply press this button, and I will say here 1st January 2020 to 2nd January 2020, all the transaction, please show me all these transactions. So now you can see here 7 transactions or 7 voucher entries are successfully created. Okay, and from this, if I escape gateway of tally screen, you can see here balance sheet, profit and loss account, and ratio analysis. In the problem they have mentioned reports such as trial balance, profit and loss account, and balance sheet, and day book also. We have seen day book. Let's see balance sheet. This is my balance sheet, and if you want to go in detail, you can simply press enter key and you will come across the entries. See here the capital entry, you can see. I am escaping this, and this is my balance sheet which is being tallied for 1,67,000. There is, I think, loss. Okay, and we will see the profit and loss account also. You can see purchases, sales, and then gross profit is here, and I incurred net loss of 15,000. So everything can be seen from this screen. And the third one, that is day book. You can see this day book. You have to change the period 1st January 2020 and you will come across with this day book, all the transactions, all the voucher entries. And the next one, that is from gateway of tally, display, and this trial balance. Trial balance also, you can see here the debit and credit balances of each and every ledger account is shown. Here you can see indirect expenses, but under indirect expenses you will see depreciation on furniture 2,500 and office rent 15,000. So this is how we have completed this problem. With this we have seen the 4 types. First of all, we have seen how to give group to the ledger accounts. Then we have seen tally interface, creation of company, creation of ledger, creation of different types of vouchers, or passing the entries in the particular or correct voucher, how to see the reports in tally. So this is the course we have done with this basics of tally. Now the next part is we are going to see how to calculate GST. But before that, I want you all to practice the problem which is there in the textbook page number 115. Similar problem which we have done in this video is there on page number 115. I want you all to solve this SOP on your own. See you in the next video where we are going to see GST calculation. So don't miss to like this video and please do comment in the comment section whether you like the video or not. Also don't forget to subscribe my channel because you will get the notification as and when I post new video. Also don't forget to see my next video which is going to cover entire GST part. So till then, stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Bye for now.